Before you judge anybody in this story, stay until the end, because I was convinced my wife was cheating on me, and I was completely wrong about who the real liar was. My wife used to go to Target wearing leggings, an old hoodie, and whatever shoes were closest to the door. That was our normal. That was her. So when she suddenly started doing her hair, putting on perfume, wearing fitted jeans, and touching up her makeup just to grab a few things from Target, I noticed. At first, I told myself I was being insecure. Maybe she just wanted to feel good. Maybe I was overthinking it. But then it kept happening. 3 times in 1 week. Same routine. She'd say, "I'm just running to Target. I'll be back in an hour." And then she'd leave, looking like she was headed to brunch with her ex. And every time she came back, she'd only bring home one small bag. Toothpaste, paper towels, stuff we could have ordered online. So, here's the question that kept me up at night. If she was really just going to Target, why did she suddenly need lipstick, perfume, and an hour and a half to buy dish soap? I got the answer 3 days later, and I swear to God, I wasn't ready for it. The first real crack came when my sister called me. She said, "Hey, I think I saw your wife downtown." I said, "Yeah, probably. She was at Target." And my sister got real quiet before she said, "There's no Target downtown." And she wasn't alone. That sentence did something to me. I didn't confront my wife that night. I watched. I listened. I started noticing little things I should have noticed earlier. She kept her phone face down. She started taking longer showers when she got home. One night I asked what took so long at Target, and without even thinking, she said, "The line was crazy." But she forgot I had the store app on my phone. That location wasn't even the one near our house. Now, I wasn't suspicious. I was angry. 2 days later, she kissed me on the cheek, grabbed her purse, and said, "Need anything from Target?" And I said no. Then I waited 5 minutes, got in my truck, and followed her. She didn't drive to Target. She drove downtown. I stayed 2 cars behind her, hands shaking so bad I could barely hold the steering wheel. She pulled into a parking garage next to a coffee shop and stepped out. And then I saw him. A guy in a navy blazer, maybe early 40s, clean cut, waiting for her like he'd done it before. And then she smiled. Not a polite smile, not a stranger's smile, a real one. I felt sick. She walked over, they sat down together, and 20 minutes later, I watched him slide a folder across the table. Then he stood up, reached out, and hugged her. That was it for me. I drove home before she did because I wanted to look her in the eye when she lied. And when she walked through that front door with that stupid little Target bag in her hand, I was ready. I said, "How was Target?" She froze. Then I said, "Downtown Target must be really nice this time of year." I've never seen color leave someone's face that fast. She set the bag down, sat at the kitchen table, and for a second I thought she was about to confess to an affair. Instead, she started crying. Not fake crying, not guilty crying, the kind of crying that sounds like someone's been carrying something heavy for too long. Then she opened her purse and pulled out a folder. Inside was a printed resume, interview notes, a job offer letter. I just stared at her. She looked at me and said, "I found the overdue mortgage notice in your truck 2 months ago." My heart stopped. Then she said, "And I saw the emails from your mom. I know she's been sending you money. I know you lost your job, and I know you've been pretending everything is fine." I couldn't say a word. She wiped her face and said, "I wasn't meeting another man. I was meeting a recruiter. I dressed up because I was trying to get hired. I kept lying about Target because I knew your pride wouldn't let me help if I told you the truth. That man I saw, he wasn't her lover. He was the hiring manager. That folder he handed her? It was an offer letter. That hug? She got the job. So no, my wife wasn't dressing better for another man. She was dressing better because, while I was busy suspecting her of betrayal, she was quietly trying to save our house, our marriage, and the life I was too ashamed to admit was falling apart. And the worst part? She never cheated on me, but I had been lying to her every single day.